Welcome to the Kids Up Podcast Show. Today we have my friend here, this gentleman here. He's the CEO of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then he has Theresa
Teresa Hernandez.
Hernandez. All right, and let's go real quick into for one, who you are. You know, where you from, real quick, and what got you connected to the chamber? What was that journey like for you?
Absolutely. Well, again, my name is Zach Yentzer, and I am in week 5 of being the president and CEO of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce. I was born in Pennsylvania,
All right.
but I moved to Tucson, down south, about an hour and a half down south, in 2002.
Okay.
And so up until now, I've been in Tucson since then. But I'm a Sun Devil, so I came to ASU
All right.
for college. And
Forks up.
Forks up. And my wife was born in Buckeye, grew up in Mesa.
Yeah.
Has family on both sides of the valley.
Right.
And so we're up here all the time. We have roots here in the valley as well.
Okay.
So when the opportunity to apply for the CEO position opened up, I was really excited to throw my hat in the ring because I was coming off of 2 incredible experiences with membership associations and chambers of commerce. And my first one, I was for about 5 years, I was the executive director of a group called Tucson Young Professionals in Tucson, and it's like a chamber for professionals 21 to 45 years of age.
All right.
And we grew that from about 120 members to 1,000 members.
Wow.
And just a group of young people trying to make a go of it in their home city of Tucson. And so that got me hooked to this thing of members contribute dues to support an organization that supports their interests and then transforms the community. And then from there, I stepped in as the vice president of business advocacy, government affairs, for the Tucson Metro Chamber, so a regional chamber. And so then I got to see what it looks like for chambers to be the advocates for their members, to be the voice of business, to make sure that they're shaping a community that is good for business. And so those 2 experiences mashed together led to my interest in the Glendale Chamber of Commerce. And I looked up north and I saw a community that wants to grow well, that is a diverse community of incredible history, that has a moment here in time where the next 2 to 5 years will shape the next 25, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Okay.
And so that's what drew me here, and again, 4 weeks in and I'm loving it.
Nice. All right, guys, every once in a while you gotta look at the cameras
Yes.
too. Just send a reminder.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, so Zach, that's really awesome about Glendale, how you got connected. I mean, Tucson and Glendale, that's wonderful. Are you a Suns fan too?
I am.
All right.
Rally the Valley.
Rally the Valley. We hear y'all. For real. And you used to do also, like, you gotta let these people know you were a blue collar worker, man. You had your own coffee shop or something, like own your own business.
So I started out as a barista for Tucson's largest coffee company. We had 5 or 6 locations when I was doing that, and I went from barista of a store, and I got to do co-director of operations for the entire company over time. And I've called that my university of the P&L, the profit and loss statement.
Oh, there you go.
And getting to live the life of a small and medium-sized business in a community, trying to make a go of it, and trying to hire people, and what it looks like for people to try to make a living doing that, and then for the company to try and help them make a living. And so that was such a valuable experience, getting to really feel what it's like to get through the summer months and try to make payroll and try to treat your employees right. And how our small and medium-sized businesses are really trying to do the right thing by their community and by their people. And that's why they're the backbone of this country.
Yeah, 100%.
And so that was a valuable experience, and I appreciate you bringing it up. It makes me a better chamber executive. It really does.
I was going to ask, is that where your passion for helping small businesses come from?
Huge.
Yeah, big
Huge.
time.
Right, just being there on the front line with folks and
That's
being able
right.
to see it up
That's
there
right.
right on front and just digging in
That's
with them
right.
and then just growing. Economically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to experience signing the back of a check for me to get paid, but then also being a part of signing the front of the check. And not every chamber executive has been a part of signing the front of the check until they become the CEO. Then they're signing the front of the check. But living it, I think, just helps helps me do a better job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it helps the
100%.
community humanize more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, with you as well, connect with you as well. And so, like, honestly, like, what is the economy like right now for business owners, like, currently, right now, here in the state of
Yes.
Arizona, like, forecasting wise?
Yes.
What does that look like for folks?
Yes.
Wanting to start an LLC and things like that.
Yes. The ecosystem supporting businesses starting up, I think, is pretty strong.
Yeah. Especially in the West Valley right
There's always a need for new businesses to figure out where to find capital.
now.
All right.
But on the flip side, it's a challenging environment for doing business.
Right.
What happens nationally, what happens globally, impacts locally.
Right.
So depending on what kind of business you're in, the tariff policies,
Yeah.
supply chains at a national level
Yeah.
have a huge impact on doing business. At a state level, policy has an impact. Policy matters.
100%. Yep.
And I don't want to get too meta and too deep, when we talk about even things not just regulatory and taxation and permitting at a local level,
Right.
how fast a city or town helps businesses start a business matters. Time is money.
Right.
But check this out, the cost of housing
Oh boy.
is an
Yeah.
impact on starting a business.
Okay.
Because when the cost of housing is high for an employee, then if a company is going to keep that employee, then a
Right.
wage has to support that.
Right.
And so if you can't support that high level of wage, your ability to attract and attain a workforce.
Right.
Childcare,
Okay.
huge
That's a
impact.
big one.
The
Big
cost
one.
of affording childcare is massive.
Especially
It is
people
$1,000 a kid
Mm-hmm.
in Arizona
Mm-hmm.
to send a preschooler or a toddler to childcare. If you
Okay.
have 2 kids, it's $2,000.
Yep.
It's a mortgage. So
Yeah.
as a
Wow.
chamber of commerce,
Okay.
we're trying to help businesses stay on top of this
Yeah.
environment.
Mm-hmm.
We're advocating for policies that make it easier. But
Yeah.
we're also zooming out and going, what's that full environment
Right.
Right.
that makes it easier or harder to run a business?
Right.
And we're that voice. We're that champion, locally, state, and nationally. So in Glendale, in the West Valley,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the environment's popping.
Okay.
yeah.
It's an incredible environment for business. Businesses are popping up and growing every single day,
Yeah.
but the environment is also very difficult to
Right.
sustain, and that's why we exist.
Yeah.
I got
100%,
you.
yeah.
What are some of the industries in the West Valley you feel like are? What would be like the top three you feel
Yes.
like that's blazing right now, on fire?
I love that question. So Glendale is, in no uncertain terms, the entertainment
Yep.
and sports hub
Mm-hmm.
All right.
of, I would say, not only Phoenix,
Yeah.
but the state.
Okay.
So the Vive Resort, when it opens, it's going to be the
Okay.
largest
Yeah.
resort in the state of Arizona.
Wow.
When Taylor Swift comes to town, she's coming to Desert Diamond Arena.
Oh, wow.
When the Fiesta Bowl is
Mhm.
coming in, they're going to Arizona, the Cardinal Stadium.
There
Right.
you go.
And,
Yeah.
and so there is this Westgate and entertainment area that is growing massively.
Mm-hmm.
But the city of Glendale is also investing in areas, for example, around the 303 and other areas to really develop our aerospace and aviation and defense industries,
Right.
Okay.
advanced manufacturing,
Mm-hmm.
advanced technologies.
Right.
Right.
Teresa, you can help me out. I
Yeah.
think I'm missing one or two. But there are some high growth, high tech industries that are growing.
APS, SRP, they have some
Oh,
amazing
APS.
things coming up right now in the West
Yeah,
Valley. I mean,
yeah.
our economic development
Yeah.
in the West Valley is insane
Yeah.
right now. I mean, just
Yep.
businesses are booming. They want to
So
come
I
to
mean,
the
are
West
we
Valley.
talking the new Silicon Valley here, or what we got going on out
Well,
there?
we can't release
Yeah.
any secrets right now,
I
but
know,
we,
right?
Yeah.
we do have inside information, but we can't share that just
Yeah.
yet.
So I mean, I think Glendale's known for what it's
Yeah.
known for,
Mhm.
but there's a rapidly growing high tech, high wage sector growing that I think
Yes.
is going to be a rising tide that lifts all boats.
All right, and are there like socio-economical things going on too? In Glendale, I would say because there is this thing going on with the economy, like we're like in like maybe like a silent recession. I hear that even talking to neighbors and stuff. The availability of getting a job or like creating jobs and stuff like that. Like, is that a factor there? You feel like in the West Valley or Arizona market here in the economy?
Well, I'm still learning some of the socioeconomics of the West Valley, which is
Right.
different from the East Valley, and so
Yeah, I
I
can
know
speak to that,
Teresa, and I know you and I know this, but I think for our listeners,
Yeah, definitely.
Teresa has just a deep connection to our,
Right.
especially Hispanic and Latino owned businesses
Yes.
through her
Mhm.
time at the Arizona Hispanic
Right.
Chamber and then the East Valley Hispanic Chamber.
Right.
Got
So in
you.
so many ways, I'm
Yeah.
lucky that Teresa can be my
Yeah, of
guide
course.
on some of these really in-depth questions you're asking.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
100%.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, and again, yes, for the viewers, I am Theresa Hernandez. I am the current business development manager for the Glendale Chamber of Commerce. And yes, my background, I do come from the chamber world, preferably, or not preferably, you gotta edit that one, I'm sorry. Previously with the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And so, and before this, I was in the East Valley Chamber of Commerce as well. So I was hands-on with the businesses in the East Valley. And now I'm 2 to 3 weeks in the West Valley. And so learning, the economic development and, how that operates in the West Valley is completely different from the East Valley.
Got it.
In the ways of the East Valley is really innovative with supporting different types of businesses, new businesses, minority business owners, women business owners. Our veterans are very well represented out in the East Valley, and that's something that in the West Valley we have an amazing opportunity, just to help those types of business owners and really make sure that they have the resources that they need in the West Valley to become just as successful, whether you're in the East Valley or the state of Arizona.
Okay.
But I just, barely, again, scratching the surface, being in the West Valley and speaking with the business owners, really just getting a feel of what they want. And it just seems like they, like any small business owner, they just want that opportunity to grow and flourish and plant roots.
Yeah.
And I think where we have the advantage in Glendale is that, it's become this hub, like, Zach was saying, of entertainment and, just amazing things to come where they can take advantage of that and really, again, just flourish with their businesses in the West Valley. So
Yeah, I mean, West Valley has so many different, like avenues. I mean, whether, like you say, retail,
right,
casino, everything, sports, entertainment. Like,
right.
it's really huge. It's really big. What is membership like? If someone in the community and a business want to be a member of the Glendale Chamber of Commerce, what is that journey like for them, and what are some of the benefits they have compared to others, you would say? Or what makes you guys stand out?
Yeah.
would say.
That's a good question.
Absolutely. I love that question. And I would love to have Theresa start on that because we have Theresa with us today, and Teresa's job is to answer that question.
It really
all right.
10 times a day.
It is.
And so I'm just going to sit back because I haven't heard the spiel yet.
Yeah, and you know
I
what?
need to hear the Teresa spiel.
Okay, you can hear the spiel, but
Teresa
you know
didn't
what?
Teresa didn't know that
No,
this was going to be a test.
It's okay. I'm like on the spot. It is, and you know what?
Yes.
I have used this already, just to let you know. It's me. I'm the draw.
All right.
You have me, and let me tell you why. No, just again because I do have a very diverse background in business development, as far as consulting. I have a wide range of different resources and other organizations that I worked with in the past who can really help the business owner again either start, grow, or plant again seeds with their own businesses. So one of the great things that I like to offer our members as a benefit is those resources. For example, if I'm speaking with a woman-owned business in the city of Glendale, one of the things that I would offer her as a benefit is, hey, let's see about getting you your woman-owned certification. And what that's going to do is that's going to make you look a little bit more appealing when you go after those government contracts. Say she's in the healthcare business, or she's a nurse or whatnot, and she wants to work with Access or some of these state programs, right?
Yeah.
Or even federal programs, excuse me. What does that look like? So really just that consulting point, I believe, and again, because I have that background, of consulting and having those resources.
Right.
And, some of these business owners, and I find this across the board, they have no idea what it means to be certified. They have no idea that there's these resources out there to help you grow. Free resources on top of that, grants. I'm very, well-versed in grants. I have my nonprofit certification management, and so I've worked with a lot of different nonprofits. I've been on several boards. So, our members who are nonprofit members who, need fundraising assistance, how do I fundraise? What does that look like? Well, I have that background because that's what I've done previously for other organizations. So when I say me, I really mean me.
Yeah, all right, you're
That's
the
a
draw.
benefit.
Can I add on?
Absolutely.
To some of that as well? You know, a mentor told me once that it is said it's not what you know, but who you know.
Exactly.
So we've heard
Right.
that,
Yeah.
but there's an actual level above that.
Right.
It's not what you know, it's who knows what you know.
Right.
And I
Right.
think in growing and developing a business,
Right.
there is so much bowling alone. There is the structures and the fabrics of community building are not what they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
The Chamber of Commerce in a community is one of those few places remaining where you can know and be known, which is really important
Yes.
as you're
Okay.
growing a business.
100%, yeah.
And
Right.
so what I've been kind of saying is that I want our chamber to be both a sales chamber and a solutions chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I want to be a chamber of transaction making
Right.
and transformation.
Okay.
In other words, if you are a business coming in,
Mm-hmm.
you are automatically getting the benefits of free or reduced access to our member events,
Yep.
Right.
our
Okay.
networking
Yes.
opportunities, but also our committees. So places to plug in with other members
Right.
who get to know you and what you're passionate about, but
Mhm.
together create transformation in the community and drive forward that voice and vision of a business-friendly Glendale. And then there are things that I'm still learning about that Glendale does that's really special beyond, what we can do for businesses in terms of marketing and networking
Mhm.
and business development. We have, and you can go on our website, glendaleazchamber.org,
Yeah.
cost-saving benefits and services.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been a part of an organization before that did this, so I
Right,
think
me
this is
neither.
special and
Yeah.
unique.
Okay.
So for example, get this. I think everyone will appreciate this. That I want to scroll down to it.
Yeah.
Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport parking program,
Big one.
Okay.
where you get as a chamber member, you get a discount on parking at the
Okay.
airport. You
There
get a
go,
discount to the Glendale Star. You get free prescription assistance at different health and dental and hearing
Mhm.
businesses.
yeah. Wow.
And so as a new business, as an individual that's trying to cut costs and save
Yep.
money and reinvest into your business,
Mhm.
that as a chamber member, you get access to these
All of that.
benefits.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's just a glimpse
Yeah. It's
of
just
what
a
we
glimpse.
do and
Yeah.
what we can provide and how we can
Yeah.
spotlight your business and create marketing
Right.
and drive more eyeballs to grow your business.
Right. And for the record, I do offer those too. I do, just for the record. I say something along the lines of, you can park at Sky Harbor for free, and you can also get your business at Sky Harbor. So tell me what you want to do.
Well, I gotta
Right.
tell you, Theresa is growing the
Yeah.
Glendale Chamber family so
Yeah.
quickly in just
Thank
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So whatever Teresa's doing is incredible because our family is growing. We're about 1,400 member businesses,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I think we're going to be 1,500 or 1,600 really soon.
Easy.
And I say those numbers not for the numbers' sake, but that community is powerful.
Okay.
That's 1,500 people supporting each other.
Oh yeah.
That's 1,500 people advocating in a certain direction.
Wow.
Those numbers are powerful
Mhm.
in the business environment. So you're not bowling alone.
Never. No, and I actually tell my clients that I use a phrase of, and this goes along the lines of raising kids, but it's the same to me. Like, it takes a village to, help sustain and grow a business. And when I mean take a village, like, you have all those, other members who can, tell you what it's like to go for their first business loan. They can help you and hold your hand, if, you're facing, your business closing. I mean, we have members who have been at every point of the business.
Wow.
And again, if you're coming in as a new member and or even a new business owner and you're like, I don't know what to do, come to our networking event, come hear all of our amazing, members who have been there, done that, maybe have some really great, resources as well or advice. So.
Got you.
Can I add one more really cool
Hey,
thing?
man,
Yeah.
you can add it. We got time.
And
Yeah.
another thing that's really special is, and I talk about transactions and I talk about transformation.
Right.
Mhm.
One of the transformational aspects of being a chamber member is that your chamber dues
Mhm.
support people like Theresa and I
Mm-hmm.
to be working on your behalf.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the
Yeah.
special relationships we have with the city of Glendale
Yeah.
is the city's economic development team.
Right. Yes.
And
Shout
that
out to them.
team also connects with planning and development services.
Okay.
And what that means is that when our member businesses say, I'm trying to expand my patio
Okay.
so I can add 50 more seats,
Mm-hmm.
so I can
Yeah.
have 50 more customers, but I've hit a roadblock.
Right.
And the
Right.
city is saying that I need to do this, this, and this to get here, and I don't know what it means,
Right.
we pick up the phone at the chamber.
Yeah.
We know
Okay.
who to call to say,
Mhm.
I have a question. A member has a question. Can you help us figure this out?
Right.
And is there a faster way to
Right.
get here? Those are relationships that you wouldn't have if you're not a chamber member.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
because of the collective impact, we get to be that advocate
Mm-hmm.
and create those relationships to make it easier and better
Right.
to do business. So
Right.
we'd be here all night if we talked about all of our
All
member
night. I know.
benefits,
We can talk
but-
about all our benefits. We'll be here forever. So.
But those are a few.
Absolutely. So, what's the name of the website people can go to for Chamber, Glendale Chamber of Commerce,
Yes.
and to look at the membership pricing and stuff like that?
Yes. GlendaleAZChamber.org
All right.
is where members can go.
Yes, and I'll also give out my information as well. My email is thernandez@glendaleazchamber.com. So please reach out to me if you're interested in being a member. I can go over all of our special benefits and ways to help you with your business as well. So please definitely shoot us a message, a call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on I'm a huge texter, so
Yes.
you can get me by text. I'll even
Yes.
give you my number, my personal number, 480-479-8050.
There we go.
But yes, so that's how you know I'm dedicated to the cause, if I'm
Exactly.
going to give you my personal number. So, and you can only get that on this podcast, I guess, and through becoming a member.
And our,
Exactly.
and our membership dues are
Yes.
based on the number of employees that you
Right.
have.
Oh,
Which I think is
okay.
cool because it's a
Yeah.
sliding scale
Mm-hmm.
where we want to support your business where your business is at,
Right.
Right.
and as you grow and have more employees,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
then that changes the membership due. But if you're a solopreneur or you're starting out, you get
Yeah.
to start out at the lowest level of membership
Mhm.
and access all those benefits still, which I think is really powerful.
You know,
That
I
is very
just
powerful.
actually did pitch that. I pitched it to one of our newer members who came on who have employee based of between 30 and 35. And I was saying, this is actually an employee benefit because if you can't attend any of our events,
Mm-hmm.
you can send your employee. And our events are fun. I mean, we have sometimes an open bar, no tequila, but we'll get there. But like food, entertainment, networking. You know what I mean? Sorry, I had to throw that plug in.
Sorry. That's good.
Dry
That's
bar
good.
tonight, dry bar
Hey,
tonight.
yes, exactly. No problem.
But like
Yeah.
I said, you can engage your employees. I mean, what if one of your employees need a side hustle and they want to learn business? So,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
but yeah, so I like that aspect of our membership is having that employee count that can come to our events and enjoy the events under their employer.
So
yeah.
I'm sure that our business community would love to know also what is the climate or what does it look like currently? I know we have different federal policies and stuff going in, but we definitely should ask this: what does it look like for business owners going out and seeking grants and stuff like that?
Grants,
And
business
and then
owners.
and then if grants is not on the hot plate, then what other alternatives do they have?
Yeah, I will say this. Me and Zach, we just came from an amazing event. It was a VIP reception for an opening of a credit union right now. And so, necessarily right now with the political climate, I'm not too familiar with what grants are being offered, but I know that our small business owners are having a hard time applying for those grants and getting those grants.
Okay.
So really for us at the Chamber, I believe having our premier partners who are, financial institutions who can offer, special rates for our members
Right.
for, small business lending or whatnot, I think is really another benefit too for our new business members who are coming in, who need that financial help, right? Or if they did find, a grant, how would I go about applying for it? What does that look like? So again, resources, right?
Right.
But again, I think with our member base and our partnership with these banks and federal institutions, and it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing, we have that resource in place in case something like that, where there's just no
Like
Right,
things are just
yeah.
all dried up.
exactly, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Something else that I really love about the Glendale community on this note is Glendale was named by the Arizona Chamber of Commerce as the best place to do business in
Right.
the state in 2025. So the year
Wow.
that the year that we're in.
Mhm.
And part of the reason is
Yeah.
because the city of Glendale makes it as easy as possible to start a business.
Yeah.
So their economic development team hosts classes. How do you start a business and fund it in the city of Glendale?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they are a strategic partner of ours
Yes.
that new businesses can go through to figure out how to do business in
Mhm.
Glendale.
Yeah.
One of those financial institutions that Theresa was talking about is our partner in something called West Ventures,
Yes.
which is on campus at where our offices are held,
Mhm.
and that is an incubator that
Right.
helps new businesses grow,
Yep.
Yeah.
know where to find and access capital,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's really exciting that I think there's 25 to 30 businesses going through that incubator right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They are all women-owned businesses.
Oh, that's
Wow.
They are.
okay.
This is a co-working space. It's a training space for women-owned businesses, not just for women-owned businesses, but women in business are the cohort using those services, which I think is incredibly exciting. And it's a one-stop shop where they can connect to us, those financial institutions, those classes,
Right.
and make a go of it. So we're
Yeah,
trying to
isn't-
bridge that gap.
Isn't
Yeah.
women now? I thought women here in Arizona is number one. Latino women at that. Hispanic women number one.
Yeah,
and
most definitely.
business owners. Period.
Yeah.
Business women. Yeah.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And I like that you brought that up because what the Arizona Hispanic Chamber does is they have that event called DACOS. I think we spoke about it before.
Right.
Where they, pump out statistics of how many Latino business owners are women, how many, are, minority, how many are veterans. So we really have an advantage of, knowing how many are in our region that we can reach out to and say, hey, we're
Right.
here.
Mm-hmm.
We're invested in, helping a minority veteran, woman-owned business. And so that's something that, is going to be a focal point
Wow,
going forward
sick.
within the West Valley. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you guys would like to say in closing?
Well, we do have some events coming up, which we're going to go ahead and shout out.
All right. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do
We
it.
have our big holiday mixer coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah, this is going to be at the Glendale Arena. No.
Desert Diamond.
Desert
Arena.
Diamond. Desert Diamond.
There's a diamond. Okay.
Yeah, Desert Diamond Arena. And so we're excited. We're gearing up for that. We have an amazing sponsor for that event. And then we also have our monthly Business Over Breakfast events where we invite our new members, all our members to come out, and we give them a platform. We give them 30 seconds to come out and just talk about their business. If they're hiring, they get to say, hey, we're hiring. If they need any kind of resources, again, it's all about, showcasing, marketing their business. And so that's a really great networking event to come to and do that, right? We also have our after hours, right? Events that, same thing, networking. It's all about the networking.
Right.
And so we do the 2 times a month, right?
Once.
Once
We
a
do that
month.
one once a
That
month.
one's once a
Okay.
month, right? And then, we just have our annual bigger events. We have our golf tournaments, which is always fun if you're a golfer. I like to just drive the cart around and be the beer girl, but that's me. But I will be there and support.
Oh man.
Does it sound like I need a drink
I
right
was
now,
gonna
or
say
what?
there's a thread that's winding through.
Okay. It's a
Sounds
14-hour
like
day
it.
right now, so excuse me, I'm sorry.
It is happy
but,
hour. There we go.
But yeah, so those are just some of our signature events. We just had our annual dinner, which was amazing. We gave out community events.
Right.
Awards, yeah.
Awards, excuse me, yes. And so that's something that we are going to continue doing annually as well.
Right.
Zach, we have our corporate sponsor event coming up, right?
Mhm.
Where we're inviting our some of our premier partners to come and learn about what we're doing for the rest of the year. And tomorrow we get to play pickleball.
There
Right?
we go. Nothing like some good
We
old
get to have
pickleball.
fun every
man.
now and again.
Pickleball have taken this country by storm.
It has.
It's everywhere.
It has.
Pickleball.
That is interesting because most of the time, kind of the younger demographic will find something new and fun, and then the older demographic
Right.
will adopt it, social media, things like that. Pickleball started, I think, really
Oh, I
popular with
The 55
our older
plus
members of the
community, yeah.
community,
Yeah.
and then young people decided to go and put like chicken with it and have chicken and pickle and
Chicken and
and
pickle.
all
Yeah.
the pickle courts with places to eat. And so now everybody's
Everybody's
enjoying
doing
it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything much more to add besides what Theresa shared,
Yeah.
other than I would love to invite anyone to join the Glendale
Please,
Chamber
yes.
community.
Absolutely, please.
The events are great, but we have wonderful committees
Yes.
that focus on supporting our military and veteran
Oh wow.
affairs work. Luke Air Force Base is in Glendale,
That's
so
right.
Right.
so
Yeah.
we have a huge emphasis on supporting our military service members, our veterans. We have a workforce and education committee that makes
Okay.
sure that we're training the right workforce. We have a committee dedicated to making sure that we are the most diverse and inclusive
Yes.
business community that we can be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many other options as well for
Mhm.
committees. So get involved, help us drive our mission forward, and we're here to help your business grow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Zach and Theresa, I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all coming
You
through.
too.
You for having us.
Mr. CEO.
Yes.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
you.
sir. Appreciate you always.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for coming through.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching the Kids
Yeah.
podcast. What are your handles? Where can they follow y'all?
Yeah. I believe our socials are just Glendale Chamber, right? I believe
On
we're
Instagram?
on Instagram. We're on. We actually have a Facebook group, right? So that we have our members join, so that they can have that support online as well. So that's on Facebook, and then we have our Instagram handles, which is a Glendale Chamber. And then I don't believe we have a TikTok just yet, but I think we might be working on that. No promises on that one. But again, we gave you our information, and we'll also make sure to, once this podcast is released, have the links to you, so you can put it on, your websites
Social
and stuff.
medias.
Yeah, and your social medias
Exactly.
as well. So easy peasy.
So fun fact,
Mm-hmm.
Glendale AZ Chamber
Glendale
is
AZ
the
Chamber,
handle.
excuse me.
And it's
Glendale
funny because there's a
AZ
Glendale, California.
That is true.
That's true.
That has a chamber.
That's true.
And so I've gotten a chuckle out of everything we do, from our
How funny.
emails to our social media handles. Has to be Glendale AZ Chamber.
That is
Otherwise,
right.
you're trekking to California for
That is
events
right.
that are not ours. So
Okay, exactly.
And
That is
Glendale
very
AZ
true.
Yeah.
So Glendale AZ
AZ
there we
Chamber.
go.
Forgive
Yes.
me, 3 weeks in.
On
Yeah.
Glendale
Instagram.
AZ Chamber.
Follow them.
well, I had to look.
See,
Not
so that'll
not
go back.
Glendale, California. The better Glendale.
Yeah, the
Glendale,
better
Arizona.
Glendale. Yeah.
And then KZA Podcast
Yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
Yes, please follow.
Please show Keith.
And then the
appreciate
YouTube channel is KZA Podcast as well.
that. Perfect.
So check us out. Check me out. So yes, thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
y'all.
us.
No doubt. And thank y'all for coming out. Peace.
All right.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. It's cool, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
That was